Groovy Jewels, and we're back with another video. On this video, we got a little something special. I want to talk about Trax NYC. And is he a jeweler or is he a fooler? Now, why do I say this? Because I'm a little bit tired of people calling themselves jewelers when they're not. Now, I don't hear car salesmen at the dealership call themselves a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do people that sell jewelry want to call themselves a jeweler so bad when you're not a jeweler? You're a jewelry salesman. Now, for example, Trax NYC, he doesn't do the 3D designs himself. He doesn't do the repairs for the jewelry. He doesn't set the stones. He doesn't facet the gems. He doesn't polish the jewelry. These are all the things. He doesn't do anything. Now, is he a great businessman? Yeah, absolutely. And if you're watching this, you're a great businessman. I ain't saying nothing about that. I'm just saying you're not a jeweler. You're a fooler. You're fooling people to believe you're a jeweler. You're a salesman. You're nothing but a salesman. If any of those jewelers chose to not do business with you, you're screwed. You're finito. Your business is done overnight. Now, you could go in and outsource to India, you could outsource to China, you could outsource to somewhere else. But if all the people in New York decided they don't want to manufacture for you no more, you're fucked. You can't get nothing. You can't get nothing. You're not getting any jewelry. So that's why I take this serious. Because, for example, most of the jewelry, and this is something I want to talk about. Trax is very big about talking about how everybody in the industry is such a grimy and hateful, and it's all about the money. But he never talks about why. The jewelry business is one of the hardest businesses in the world. Now, I'm just saying, I understand there are other harder businesses, more complicated. But I'm saying the fact that you cannot learn it, like there's no school. It's not like you go to college and there's a class or a college degree to become a jeweler. You have to learn this by yourself. Either someone taught you or you learn it by yourself. I understand there's a couple jewelry schools, but most of the people, and if there's someone watching, they don't teach you really what the jewelry industry makes. They teach you how to set a beautiful setting, yeah, but that's not what is selling right now. Right now, the grills, the Cubans, the diamonds, these are things that are selling, and the schools are not teaching that. Now, most of the people that are in the jewelry business, they got taught by someone, their grandfather, their father, so on and so forth. Now, for example, in my case, I was self-taught. I went to a small jewelry school in Mexico City where I was there for like a couple days, like a month. And then I ended up going to another school in Mexico City. Now, Mexico City had a couple, and they're not schools like a big school. They're just like a small workshop, like a small business, and they teach you how to make jewelry. They teach you how to hold the hand saw. They teach you how to carve wax. They teach you how to solder. They explain about the solders and the different this, that, the carats and how this. But that's why it's such a hidden industry. It's such a hidden trade. Like, it's a secret trade. Like, people don't want to teach it. Like, really, like, for example, me, it's taken years for me to even consider teaching someone because I had to cry. I spent like literally, like when you hear people, I've shed blood, sweat, and tears for this business. Yo, it's facts. Like, no one taught me how to do the grills except my boy Leo. Like, and I'm grateful that I had Leo in my path. He was a Korean jeweler, and he didn't teach me, but I'm the type of person, I got a little bit of photographic memory, so I can see things and just see you do it. And that's all I need to do. I don't need you to explain to me this, that. I just see you do it, and I can do it. Now, my boy Leo, he was one of the ones that I would take the grills, and he would manufacture until I learned. So forth and so forth. Boom. Going back to Trax, that's what I'm trying to kind of, it's a little bit mixed, but that's what I'm explaining. Like, look at what I went through. So people, we're hiding the secrets. We don't want to share them. So one of the things that I think is very fucked up about Trax is he's very quick to slander people. He's very quick to try to screw over people like CRM. The day that all these jewelers choose to get tired of you, you're fucked. You didn't even learn how to make jewelry, bro. Like, and that's the sad part. Out of all this time that you've been, you didn't even sit there to really learn and say, hey, I can do it. So if they can't do it, I'll set it. And that's what a real leader and a boss and all that. Like, you got to know the business. So if such and such quit, you were able to fulfill the customer order. So, you know, certain things that I just don't fuck with. The shit he did to CRM, I do not, that's foul. You feel what I'm saying? But it's okay because karma's a bitch and you're going to get yours. You feel what I'm saying? Eventually, people are going to get tired of you because you're evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are really the type of person to try to fuck over family businesses. Of a business that gives children food, women meals. You don't know the people that businesses support. And I'm sure your business supports other people. How would you feel if people came to your business and try to fuck your shit up? That whole yelling through the camera, bro, it's not going to get you nowhere. Like, I'm just being real because I was raised in Mexico. I was raised in Sinaloa. Like, all that yelling, bro, like, you just make yourself look like a child. And you're going to get slapped one day, bro, because that shit you do is some slimy shit, some grimy shit. Like, for example, that one time about the grills, you went and did all that fuss with the guys that made your grills. In between that yelling, we could clearly hear when the guy said, that's the gold you brought us. So now, I know how grimy you are. You really think people don't think you're skimping a little bit? And you're trying to blame it on them? And then probably what happened is the customer came, said some shit to you because he had the test that he went and tested it. And now you had to do this to make yourself look good. I'm just saying, bro, like, you talk so much about how everybody this, that. Bro, you're the main one, bro. Like, on some real shit, like, the stuff you doing to other jewelers is not cool. And you're going to have your karma. Because you're not a jeweler, bro. Eventually, like, it's going to stop for you. And when it does, I'm going to sit back and sip my tea with some popcorn. Aside everything else, my points to you, the viewer. Would you do business with them? I don't really care if you do. But eventually you're going to learn that you're going to regret it. You're going to be at home with your jewelry and you're just going to be like, man, fuck that motherfucker, man. I don't like the way he be talking to people like that. That's what's going to happen because I was a fan at first. I was like, yo, man, he's the one that's really, you know what I'm saying, stepping up to these diamond dealers. He's the one that's really, you know, stepping up. But yo, he is slimy. That's why he hasn't been able to work with all the celebrities compared to other jewelers. There's a reason why. There's a reason why it's certain things. So, that's all for tonight. Stay tuned for the next video. And we're about to show people what a real jeweler is. And not a fooler like Trax. Stay tuned for the next video. Hasta la próxima.